It was a crazy ass fucking building. But if I didn't end up there, I would end up at the hotel. But it didn't matter. I always tried to stay past the gas station. So on the way up to Josh's, I could stop in the gas station, steal a pack of cigarettes. Oh my God. It was like automatic. And I timed it every time the little guy went outside to pump gas, I would zoom in there. And he'd go, hey, what's happening? Nothing. Let me go inside and get something to drink. I'd have like $1. I'd put my hand up. I'd have like Cools, a pack of Parliaments, then voila, Marlboro Lights or Camel Lights. Oh.
You were torturing that. How long were you living like this?
And then I would go up the corner. If I was really hungry and I had no money, I would go to Josh Wolf's. If I had money, I would go to the Sunset Grill. That's way before you came. That was when it was the original Sunset Grill with the guy with the platform foot, and he had like a little stump up, and he would make the burgers, and it was fucking tremendous. And then something happened there. The guy died, and then they redid it, and then there were egg and cheese sandwiches.
Nice.
And I would go in there, and all the East Coast dudes would be in there. The guy from Buffy, the good-looking guy that's still on fucking TV. He's from Philly. So we had that. We had El Compadre. We had Charlie Chan. I had a tab with him.
And what year did you have a tab?
1997. Trust me. It was tough talking to a Chinese guy to give you a tab. It was 10 cents a copy, 25 cents for a copy of Headshot. You know, then he would lend me the staples. I would sit there and staple them and shit and fucking torture him.
How much were you printing that you needed a tab?
And the guy's name was like Mike, but I did not care. I call him Charlie Chan. That's the name on the fucking door. It's Charlie Chan. Charlie Chan, just like the fuck.
Was he Asian?
No, he was Puerto Rican. Yeah, he was Chinese. The guy was Chinese. He was very businesslike, uptight. And I would go in there and go, where's Charlie Chan? And he would come over. My name is Mike. Okay, listen, Mike. Let's not get off. Like a week later, every Monday I was in there because I had to make copies for the agents. I was working a scam with the agents because every week somebody would get a headshot. One Monday would be my theatrical agent, and one Monday would be my commercial agent. And I would do that every week. I would do those copies he opened at 9. I was in there at 9:01, already tortured. Where's Charlie Chan?
For the 100th, how long are you doing this to these people? Charlie, my name is Mike.
What's that?
I just love that my name's Mike. For the 600th time, my name is Mike.
And I would, yes, no that. I'd be in there a week later. Charlie Chan, what's cracking today? My name not Charlie Chan, it's Mike. Okay.
Okay.
It was see, this is the shit I forgot. Like, I got to write a book about this shit. And then I started waking up at the hotel. The guy that owned the comedy club in Florida sold it, and he showed up in Hollywood with like $400,000 cash. And every night he'd go to the store with an ounce of coke, and fucking every night they ended up at that hotel right across from the Sunset Inn, whatever, ratty little hotel. Then I got the commercial, and I had a little Gitas now. I moved up into the world. So there was a hotel. This is very interesting. There was a hotel on Schrader.
Okay.
It later became the hostel.
Oh, okay.
But that hotel was a hotel where you're only allowed to stay in there for 3 weeks. And then they would transfer you to where the pizza place was up there, next to the other laundromat. And then once you did 3 weeks up there, you couldn't be there as a certain residence. So when me and the girl broke up, I would go in there and stay for a week and then go on the road. And then come back and then stay there for 3 days and go on the road. Brother, you don't know what life is till you wake up in that part of town at that time. That was the old Hollywood. And I would come out of there was fucking people yelling in that hotel room. There'd be people hanging out in the hallway. It was real, Jack.
Did you have a car or no, you didn't have a car at this point?
It depended what day it was.
How how can
And
it
then I was
possibly depend?
because you always bump into a car who's not leaving town for 2 weeks because they're going to Miami to do comedy. And here I am doing 90 around town getting tickets. They come back.
You did not get tickets under other people's cars, did you?
Come on, man. In those days, when you get to LA, the first thing about LA or any city you move into, how they welcome you is with parking tickets. They
That's true.
confuse you. They confuse you. Get out there every morning with your robe. What is the meaning of this? And they're like, listen, it's from 9 to 11. And you're like, okay, I won't have it out here. Then the next day you come out there at 8:45 and they got your car already hooked up. Then a week later, again, you get another ticket. Now you got to go down there and take the car. And it's just, when I got to LA, I was, my motto was, you buy them, I smash them. That was like my brother, my fucking RIP brother's fucking motto. So it was, Doug Stanhope had a car, but it was great. You could use it, air conditioning. There was only one problem. The gauge didn't work. So you didn't know whether the car was full or empty. Sometimes you got in that motherfucker and you just had to pray till you got to the gas station. And again, I wasn't Johnny Deep Pockets. I would stop there with a food stamp, whatever I could hustle up the night before. Times were tough.
And how long did it take until you had like a legit apartment? Was it with your wife that you got your first apartment?
6 months before that. Can you believe that?
How long was it?
If I would have just held off 6 more months.
You would have saved $3,000.
I met my wife in July of 2000. I agreed to pay rent at my friend's house. When I got there, he didn't have a room for me. He had a couch.
Oh.
And if I felt a little double-crossed, whatever. Listen, I lived there. Some months he took rent, some months he didn't. It was a crazy time for everybody. You got to remember, that year opened up with me not being in LA. I didn't spend New Year's in LA that year. I was in El Paso. No. Yes. No. Yes, I was in El Paso until Y2K. That next July is with an open mind. There's always people who are going to go to a show and hate,
Mm-hmm.
And you spot those people. They just don't want to be there. Go home, close your eyes, and think about a time when your mom took you to the synagogue with a bunch of smelly fucking guys with hats on and beards. And what was your thing? You didn't want to fucking be there. Somebody dragged. The psychology of the comic has to think like that some way, even though I don't want you to think like that. I don't ever want you to even think about your set. I don't want you to predetermine your set. I don't want you to look in there and go, Joey, they're all fat people. Joey, they're all old people. Joey, they're all black people and they hate me. I have a black joke. So comedy judges go to a show. All I know is one thing. Lee, and I tell you this with my heart, you were there for 8 of those years. There's some shit that comes out of my mouth, and especially on stage. And for me, I perfected it because it's not what you say, it's how you say it. And at the Comedy Store, I worked a lot of late nights behind Paul Mooney. And there's 8 people in the room, 5 of them are black, 3 of them are fucking white, and they're scared that the black people are going to overtake them in the room. So they've already been manhandled by Paul Mooney. Now I got to go in there. You know what, man? I'm not getting any play from the 3 white guys. So I got to go into the black guy. I've already done material. Paul Mooney's done it. It's 1:15 in the morning. You got to assume whatever stupid joke you wrote last night, somebody did it already. They see the same Discovery Channel about the fucking oceans bodying out. Everybody sees the smuggler get caught from Bolivia. I didn't know it was medicine, whatever the fuck.
So you go to a different style.
So now you got to dig deep. 5 black guys walk into the room. What are you going to sing? Rock music? No, you got to sing Earth, Wind, and Fire. And you better fucking sing it on key because Maurice White was a bad motherfucker. But what I'm saying to you is you're going to go, what's going on, dog? You're not going to call him a brother because now they know you're faking the funk.
Right.
Dog, what's up? Boom. And he starts talking to you. Then he'll say something to you and you're like, dog, what's up with that fucking shirt? What happened? And if you say something black or something hacky, don't. But if you refer to Marvin Gaye as something that people in the room haven't heard of, just because they haven't heard it, he knows. And right there, when you say that sentence, that this idiot over here thinks it's racist, this black guy jumps up in the air and high fives his friends and go, that's my dog and shit. This guy leaves and says, Joey said something racial.
Right.
It's how you perceive it. It's fucking crazy, man. It's fucking, the education is nonstop. And now you see the backlash of people and saying, and guess what? People want to hear some crazy shit. People are sick and tired. People want to hear crazy shit from the heart. Let me tell you something. I cracked a joke last week that I never thought I was going to crack. And it went so smooth one time, then it died 2 other times.
Were you trying to like recreate what you did the first time? Like, why do you think it bombed or didn't do well?
I didn't say it right. The first time I said I was more excited about the premise. It was the joke about Orlando with the gay ghost after the shooting at Pulse.
Right.
You go to Orlando, you could go to Disneyland, the gay ghost is tapping on the shoulder. Last time I went out in Orlando, somebody shot me, shit like that. The first time I mixed it with something else that made it very funny. I don't want to give the thing out.
Right, no.
What I wanted to talk about tonight was what I just did.
Okay.
I'm no Jerry Lewis. I'm no Dean Martin. I'm no fucking Bill Burr. I'm no Chappelle. And I know this going in. I never try to do anything. But I want to talk to people about how easy it is, because this is what people don't fucking understand, that whatever they want in life, it's right in front of you. Your fingertips, at the end of your fingertips, whatever you want in your life. If you want a yacht to bring freaks out like Big Diddy and Biggie and Epstein, and it's not going to work out for you. You saw where that got you. Go for something positive. You want an electrical company. You want a limousine company. And then write a note. How are you going to do it? But everything is fucking possible. What are we talking about?
What you did this week.
Okay, so we came on here in January. I was a little scared, but I knew I had no other alternative. I knew where my life was going. And I'm like, I can't. I'm not that type of person. I got to do something. And we decided on doing stand-up as a hobby, twice a week.
Mm-hmm.
No big deal, no weekends. I'm not going to Madison Square Garden to do that guest set to show people. None of that shit. We're going back to bed basics. Couple restaurants, a strip club, and Uncle Vinny's, just to get my feet fucking wet, and I pretty much hit the goal every week except one. I only got on stage once 1 week. And was I upset? Sure I was. I was more upset for you guys at home because I told you I was doing 2 sets a week. And then I decided, let's go test the whatever sets. It was past 10 at that point, way past. Why count them? I already hit 10. Now it's time to move on. Let's see where this takes us. We agreed on 10. There was nothing to discuss. There was nothing to fucking discuss. And then this opportunity came. I knew I wanted to go down there. We had discussed me going down there a few times and just doing 15. And I'm going to be as honest as I can with you, brother to brother. I'd rather get on a plane to Austin than drive an hour 15 somewhere. Even though the flight down there is pure hell. It's 4 hours. They throw a curveball at you. You're like getting ready to go. You're scratching your nuts. You're putting fucking, Malukia juice on your neck. And all of a sudden it's like, we're landing in an hour and 35 minutes. What? And that hour is like fucking going to the chair.
Oh, Jesus. Yeah, it was. But I want to get back to what you're talking about, because do you think it was like the level of, not that there's not good comedy where you were going, but like that's like the hottest club in the world right now. So like, because you were saying like you would rather fly to Austin than drive an hour and 15. I said, like, what do you think it was? Because you've been doing comedy at some good places, but the Mothership is probably the hottest club in the world right now.
All right. In 2 sentences for you. You and I both know that we spoke one night and I said to you, I had an opportunity to go somewhere and get on stage. In the last 4 months, Bert's been here, Tom's been here, I could have just gone down there.
Right.
10 minutes in front of 2,300 people. That's not what I was trying to do, Lee. For the first 3 months, I was trying to fall in love with this again. And I did. I fell in love with Connect the Dots. I've always loved connecting dots. Throwing something out, putting it in your notebook, and 2 weeks later, that's a gem you were looking for because you connected it with this.
How about the time that annoying fucking asshole was at the Comedy Store telling us he was a Fox TV guy, all right, and he's a producer, okay, all right, and we just got fucking sick of this asshole, always critiquing us, never calling us in for this, and you're like, Ralphie, look at this, all right, and you put like 1,000 fucking snots on this asshole's jacket, 1,000 snots, okay, all right, and I'm laughing, going, I bet those snots are worth $85 if we grind them up.
Lee, for years, I would put snots on people. It started with this teacher in high school, Mr. Zink. And I hung out with his daughter, Susie Zink. She was fucking a great friend of mine. We were tight
good
friends.
old Susie Zink.
But this guy had a suit, and I would tap him on the shoulder. I would pick a snot and tap him on the shoulder and go, Mr. Zink, what's happening? And you would see the snots. He'd wear the same jacket every day. So that's the first guy I'm bombarded with snots. And then when I was in Colorado, one of the funniest things I ever seen, I always wanted this guy to call into the podcast. This is a guy that I didn't do comedy, but he became my friend along the way. He was a brother of a friend of mine in Colorado. And one morning, I did a Quaalude. It was the night before Thanksgiving.
Man, what were those like, Coco?
Oh, my God. It was the night before Thanksgiving. This is what happened. I had moved to Aspen in April of 83. And by fucking September, I was lonely, guys. You know, I'm a fucking 18-year-old kid, 19-year-old kid in fucking Colorado. I just came from New York, robbing shit. I just robbed a jewelry store. I was building a reputation and shit.
By the way, was that when George was the getaway driver, but he didn't know?
No. Oh, that was when Timmy, and he listens to the. No, Timmy knew. George was the getaway driver for the gas station.
Yeah, and he didn't even know he was. He was all hair on out. I love it.
What were we talking about?
I'm sorry, Aspen, Colorado.
No, we were talking.
You were homesick.
I was really fucking homesick. And there was a guy that had a little hotel across the street from, at this place, it was called the In-N-Out Sandwich Shop. And that's the first place, Ralphie May, I ever tasted like turkey with avocado and French dressing, like the red one, Russian dressing.
Yeah.
Oh my God, all healthy. In fact, the guy comes to my shows in Buffalo. We reconnected in 1983, but across the street was a chateau, and in front of it was a hitching post that you could sit there in Aspen, Colorado, downtown, and people would pull over if you were going down valley. This meant down valley. This meant the short way. This could be like Snowmass Village. And they pull over and go, where you going? Woody Creek. I'm going to Snowmass Village. Hop in. You could take the bus down to Woody Creek. That's 83. So I went up there and I became friends with the guy that owned the hotel. He was from Jersey, but he was friends at the time with a Philadelphia Eagle that lived next door to me. Like, what a small world. I moved from fucking Jersey to Basalt. And the guy next to me is like an Eagle from 68.
Wow.
And he was still big. He looked like Christopher. I don't remember what his fucking name was. And him and his wife were good friends with my buddies from Jersey, so I became friends with them. So all of a sudden, I'm in Aspen one day in front of the hitching post, and I become friends with the guy that owns the hotel. And one day I'm in front of the hotel, and the fucking football player pulls up and gives me a ride, and we all start talking. He goes, you know Joey? Yeah, I know. So next time I see this guy, he goes, come into my house. And we start talking. He goes, taste this blow. So he gives me some fucking blow, and now we become friends. Every time I go in there, I go in, get a package from him. Then one day he kept telling me, I got heroin. He had all those designer pills in the 80s. I mean, this guy was the guy. He had a hotel. And one night he goes, you know, I got Quaaludes. I was like, what do you want from him? At the time, I was paying 4. In Aspen, there were 10. And there were 6 for 50. So I said, give me fucking 6 of them. Oh, what a mistake that was. And I went to my own apartment. They were having a party where I lived. My roommate was having a party where I fucking lived. And I went over there. There was a keg. There was vodka. And I popped one of those Gorilla biscuits. And next thing you know, dog, I woke up the next morning and I kept hearing an accent. A North Carolina accent. And some kid, man, I'm telling you, Ohio State ain't shit. The Tar Heels is the only way to go. You all a bunch of motherfucking pussies. And I get up to see who's yelling in my living room. It's this kid from North Carolina. A white dude, tall, just a redneck. Opie Taylor looking, freckles and shit. And I started to sit down with him and argue with him a little bit. We always became fucking goombas. I don't know what the point of the story is. What I'm telling you about Carl Hall. I
want to hear about Quaaludes, man.
I wanted him to call in.
Oh, yeah. What happened with the about 5, 6 Quaaludes?
I ate one of those fucking Gorilla Biscuits. I think.
Wait, did you wake up in like North Carolina?
No, I woke up in Asheville. It's Snowmass Village in my living room.
Oh, okay.
Man, was it good? Was it a good ride? Those things.
He doesn't know.
I mean, would
No,
you?
fuck yeah, I know. Oh my God, Quaaludes were huge in the cocaine when cocaine merged with Studio 54.
Right,
It was
the
Quaalude,
line and the lewd, right?
It was the Quaalude, the Tuminol, and something else. There was something else in those days. But the Quaalude was the Aurora and the Lemon, but they were both 714s. I still remember a distinct memory of being on the corner of 43rd Street in front of my friend Didi Quintero's house. And this guy, Richie Scrivani, pulling up and looking at me and going, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "None." I was 16. And he goes, "You want to go lewd-eye?" And that meant, "Do you want to do a lewd?" And me and Didi got in the car with him, fucking ate a lewd. It was tremendous. In those days, you ate a lewd and drank one cocktail. And you got fucked up. Like, you didn't puke. You just lost your body, Gumby. You loved everybody. You loved everybody. You know what I'm saying? Everybody was your Goomba. They hugged you. Drinks.
You ever get Cosby?
No. And then you took them with the blow.
Oh, okay.
To calm you down. The mindset was that they calm you down. But the more blow you did, the more those Gorilla Biscuits you ate. I told a joke on stage at the Comedy Store. It didn't work, but it really did happen to a friend of mine. He left the house with 100 Quaaludes and a bicycle. And he came back with a handlebar and stitches and not a dime. Because once you built a tolerance to him, it was a tolerance like anything else. Lee built a tolerance of THC. 200 milligrams isn't really killing him tonight. Right now, he's usually dead, but eventually you build a tolerance.
Plus all the weed we smoked, but
you build a
and
tolerance.
the hash, because it's Hash Monday.
But it also you had two effects in those days, and this is the truth. I personally never knew anybody who dosed a chick like Cosby was doing. I give you my word.
Crazy.
But I had a girlfriend that I take them with her.
Yeah.
I take half and we drink Harvey's Bristol Cream and do a couple lines, and the sex would be out of this world. I guess. I guess I've always been bad in bed, so who the fuck knows?
But unless I heard the story, didn't the Cosby girl say like they passed out? So it doesn't sound like unless he gave him like a ton
Listen,
of
if I give a 140-pound girl a fucking Quaalude, the ones I was getting in those days.
Yeah.
Listen, I was getting Quaaludes on the street. But then when I became 18, I was getting some Quaaludes up on 68th Street from this chick. That was a punk rock chick. Everybody else had brown hair, and this bitch had purple hair, and she was chubby. And let me just break it down to you this way, guys. Her brother, you could look him up on Wikipedia. He's the real motherfucking deal. And he was older than I was, but he was a tremendous basketball player. And when we were kids, we used to talk on the phone. I had no idea. He used to tell me, "You don't act like a celebrity."
Yeah.
Well, tell her, "I'm not a fucking celebrity." Well, that's what people expect of you. To walk in, like a girl said to me, "Have you been to this restaurant?" And I go, "No." And she goes, "It's a 3-week whatever, but if you call them, they will definitely give you a knife with your name on it and a fork." And I'm go, "Why would I do that?" She goes, "You wouldn't do that?" I go, "Not in a million fucking years." And my announcing that I'm going over, I'll put under my wife's name. And when I get there, you throw them the fuck off, or whoever I'm going with's name. I don't believe in that. I don't believe into coming into a softball game with a convertible down, listening to rap music, all that shit. I move in silence. I was a burglar. You have to look at the roots of somebody.
It would be so weird to see you coming in with like a crazy hat on, or like the way that
I go to fucking restaurants with sweatpants and a hooded sweatshirt on, and I love the reaction of people. People's reaction. It's like last week in Austin on Wednesday night. I go, "I'm going to fuck with these knuckleheads." I've been doing this since 1980. I've been doing this. I put my sweatshirt on backwards. That gets under people's fucking skin. They all come up to you, "Excuse me, Mr. Diaz, do you know your shirt's on backwards?"
What are you talking? Wait, it's not a hoodie, right? It's just a regular sweatshirt?
I have a certain sweatshirt that I love. I've had it since I was 450. It's already stretched. I look like a 3-pound bologna in a half-pound bag when I first wore it. And over the years, it just stuck around. It's a sweatshirt that's great quality.
Okay.
It's soft now. So now I lost weight again. So now it's going down. So I said, you know what? I don't know what the temperature is in fucking Austin. It's a light sweatshirt. I go, let me wear it. Let me bring it. I brought a bunch of shirts. I didn't know what the temperature was. And Wednesday night, I go, let me wear this blue fucking sweatshirt backwards. If I didn't have 30 people come up to me, I was downstairs talking to a friend of mine. A lady came over. She goes, I was dying to tell you when you were on stage. I didn't know if you knew. I go, this was planned. That's why you were dying to tell me.
Jesus Christ.
It tortures people. It tortures people. People come up to you, excuse me, Joey, your shirt's on backwards. Did you know that? And I can't tell you who. Everybody.
How did you figure this out? Like, how often do you wear your sweatshirt on backwards?
In 1980, I don't fucking know. I had a fucking shirt that I liked, and one night I wore it out backwards. Honestly, by mistakenly.
Right.
But the reaction I got was so fucking overwhelming. I had to stick with it. I never felt so bad for people. It's like when I wear pants that I purposely show my ass crack. I'm just setting you up, you fucking dummy. You think anybody would bend over like you with these pants? I know how to do it to fucking just, did you get a hand with that crack? You're like, how old are we now? Get the propeller with the fucking hat. After a while as a comedian, you learn how to listen. For me as a comic, it's not the fucking laughter. It never has been.
What?
It never has been.
So what is it?
It's the look on their face when I open up my mouth. That makes me laugh, so now I can make you laugh.
What look do you like?
I like the look when I first of all, I love being wrong, but at the same time, I love being right. So if you're gonna pick a woman to pick on or whatever, just say something to a woman. You look beautiful tonight. I'm looking for her reaction. If she gets up, wiggles her tits, she's an animal. If she sits there and says thank you, she's all right. But she could be an undercover cocksucker. So you have to twist the envelope a little bit just to see if you get a thrill out of her. And then if I hit her with a joke, if I hit the audience with a joke, I'm really focused on her. I'm watching her, even though you guys are seeing me, not watching her at all. And I'm waiting to throw an off-color joke to see her reaction. If her jaw drops, the room is done.
Really?
Yeah, because I'll do a minute on everybody and then I'll bump into her mysteriously, but I already got the 10 minutes going already. I picked on the audience because I'm setting up my arsenal. I'm putting the 45 bullets in. I'm putting the 380s in. I'm like Rambo in the last Rambo. He's putting lights all over the bombs. You're just buying time because the 8 minutes you're going to dig into her are going to be tremendous. You're going to keep riding that joke out. She had one leg. I was eating a pussy, and everything is a tag. And now you get them going one way, and now and she's down there like this. That's
How do you pick her out? Like, do you have like a joke you do at the beginning, or do you do stuff at the beginning to like see who you're going to focus on?
Some guy like you comes in and says, Joey, you're up in 3 minutes.
Okay.
You just got the light and I'm going to bring you right up. I'll let you enter the room, and right when you hit the door, I'm behind you by like 30 seconds and I'm watching. And as I get close to that curtain, I give it a little look. You never want to step out there. Don't step out there. But you want to find an angle that you could see. And you're going to nail it. There's 250 people, 300 people. You can nail 5 people, but you got to nail them in the front. Nobody's going to see that chubby guy in the back or the chick with the eye patch on the other side. You got to pick them up front.
Okay.
Like, have you ever gone to this is why I hate comedy judges. And when I say comedy judges, not comedy contest judges. I hate when somebody goes to see Lee and Lee says a joke that's a little on the dark side and he gets tagged a racist. he gets, and these people have never done comedy before. And all of a sudden you got a bad rap because a comedy judge all of a sudden, I don't even know where I was going with this. Those edibles are kicking in, but fuck it, work it.
Because we were talking about you, there's a woman in the crowd when you.
Right. So you learn. Listen, there's some people that go to a comedy club to tell their wife how much the comics suck. There's a lot of guys who go to a comedy show so their wives tell them how much this guy's a fucking maniacal psychopath, drug addict,
Why is
I
this?
hate that shit. For me to go to the gym and periscope myself, listen, I go on the periscope and I do what I do best, and that's smoke reefer for 5 minutes. After that, I'm high. I don't want to talk to nobody after 5 minutes, right or wrong. If you're smoking good weed, you smoked the joint, you had your soda, you had your donut. Is there anything else I can do for you?
No.
All right, see you later, bye.
Pasadena, Lena.
I'm putting the
Get the fuck out of here.
I'm putting the stereo on. I'm getting fucking.
That's right, man. I'm fucking YouTube music.
I want to sit here and smoke dope and look at you, scratch your feet.
Yeah, right.
Go to your own house and scratch your feet. Let me sit here and meditate on this fucking hash I just smoked. I'm hearing fucking sirens and shit. That's the point. That's the fucking point of this whole thing, is to get away, and people want to fucking crowd you.
Yeah,
I love
right.
getting high, but I love getting high. I don't trust it anymore. My favorite thing in life is to get high and put fucking speakers on and just go for a fucking walk in the sun. You can't do it no more. Somebody's going to come up behind you and shoot you in the head, or you don't hear explosions, or fucking, ISIS is running through the park, and there you are listening to fucking Prince.
Man, fucking speaking of ISIS, I was down in Irvine. Holy shit. That is the most Arabs I've seen since fucking Kuwait.
Have they taken,
all right?
Have they taken
Holy
over Irvine?
shit. Dude, these fucking retards, they throw their goddamn carpets out in front of the fucking fountain. It looks like valet parking for Magic Carpets. It's Arabian nights.
Why are you tormenting these beautiful
It's
people?
Arabian days. Hey, because it looked blow uppy as fuck out there. That's why. Because those fucking, they're very combustible. That's why.
No.
And I've gotten shot at by those cocksuckers,
That's
Coco.
those people over
I've
there.
been to Iraq.
Not the ones here.
I've been to Iraq.
The ones here, they're nice people.
Hey,
I'm telling you.
I don't know they're nice people, Coco,
I trust
because I
them. They're
can't.
here.
I can't fucking tell their
Listen,
difference. They're walking around with that fucking
I
hot
know
Jeep
these
or whatever
people-
the fuck
these
that
people are
shit
very
is,
nice.
looking blow uppy like a
used to-
motherfucker.
listen,
Man,
I'll tell you what.
I'll throw a ham sandwich at them. They'll kill themselves. I'll solve this fucking problem.
always had fucking success with people from those communities. I don't know why. And when I was young, I had my.
I like some of them. You know who I really dig, and it's fucking crazy? Iranians. I fucking like Iranians more than I do the Arabs. All right,
I love
fucking
them
way
all.
more.
I love the Iranians. I love the Armenians.
I like the Armenians too. They're
The
fucking
Armenians don't
crazy,
fuck
and it's
around.
like, hey, comb your shoulder, bro.
I like, at this point in my life, I like
mean,
everybody. Yeah,
right?
Yeah, listen.
I hate Russians. I'll tell you that.
I don't like
Fuck
fucking
Russians.
Why don't you keep it
Fuck
up?
Russians.
Keep it up. They're gonna drop a grenade and fucking here. Russians and fucking Arabs.
I hate fucking Russians.
Russians are nice
I've
people.
hated Russians
Look,
since
I'm Cuban.
goddamn '84.
Why you
and when they
insult them,
killed
man?
Swayze and Red Dawn, they
Nah,
could suck my dick.
nah,
and you know what? They killed Apollo Creed too,
Listen,
nigger.
so what?
Don't forget.
Both
you
of them
slipping.
died on the street,
hey,
too.
go fuck that stuff.
Fuck,
All right,
Patrick
those
Swayze, look
cocksucking
at-
Russians. They put baby in the corner. Fuck them motherfuckers.
No, I like
I hate
them.
those
Russian
cocksuckers.
people are very
Eat
nice
a dick,
people.
Russians.
They got nice fucking weed stores. They don't bother nobody. They always give you an extra gram. They know what's going on.
Yeah, the Russians
like
here, they're the ones who are seeking the great American dream and taking
right.
over white people and punching them in the face. I'm talking about the cocksucker Russians, okay, that are in Russia. Okay, I mean, Lee's probably fucking Russian Jew.
I am, yeah.
Yeah, he's
Russian Jew.
Ashkenazi like a Nick, man. I love that guy. All right, but that's what it is. That's what it is. Lee's down. Okay, I like
Ashkenazi
Lee.
like a Nick. That's
Yeah, right? For real, because look at you, Lee. You ain't wearing no sweater in the fucking summer, okay? You ain't smoking shit crazy cigarettes. You don't smell like smoked fish, all right? Those Jews always smell like fucking fish, those fucking crazy Russian Jews over there in West Hollywood.
That's all they got.
That's all they got, bro.
Where are
What
they?
is
On
it?
Fairfax?
Oh man, I wish they were on Fairfax. They're on Sunset. That's a big place. That club by that urban ramen place that used to be that. I mean, it's been like 1,000 places. It was right across from Green Tea House where we used to go. You remember we used to go over there for fucking? It's right across. That's a big Russian hangout, dude. They're all Russian gangsters. All right. One of their girls hit one of our cars, and they came out and said it was our fault, and the car was parked, and nobody was in the fucking car, and they started fucking saying something. And you know me, Coco. I carry a pistol a lot. Okay, I've got a class 3 weapons license. Okay, and I've got distinction from the FBI. All right, I can carry the fucking thing anywhere. Okay, I can fly with it. All right, and I'll just fucking pull my gun. I just pulled the gun, and the guys backed the fuck off, and we got to exchange information, and fucking went and no drama. All right, but they were fucking surrounding my wife. What the fuck am I supposed to do?
I got hit by a Russian lady in a parking lot up here, and she refused to admit it was her.
Yeah, exactly.
And she was like 90 years old, so I felt really bad. But she was like, no, that wasn't me. And her car was filled with dents. Just, oh my God.
I got hit too. I got hit by a Russian
Me
chick.
too.
She
on
paid
Stanley.
me. Fuck you, pay me. You gotta
Fuck you,
pay me.
pay
I got
me.
that one insurance. I don't know who the fuck they are.
Fuck you, pay me, and see you later, bye. Are you?
It's crazy though. I used to, I always crack jokes, and like I say on stage, I'm not really a racist at all. I'm not a, whatever, but I say racist remarks for a laugh for myself, at least to keep me the fuck
You're
sane.
insensitive.
Because in the back of my mind, I know they're saying shit about Spicks.
Oh man.
If I'm not around, I know people are talking about Mexicans, and I'm not even fucking Mexican. I hear them. I hear people talking about Mexican and their real views.
Yeah, man.
And I giggle, and I don't make a joke, but I fucking
Right.
know. Now at least I know how you feel.
Right.
It doesn't bother me. I'm not. Listen, I've never felt. I felt insecure growing up to like being third tier because I was Cuban, but I never got offended when people said shit to me growing up.
Dude, I was white trash. I
I
was
never really
fucking
got
white
offended at
trash,
all.
and now
I
I'm
never
fat
got
white
offended.
trash. You know?
What are you gonna do? You are what the fuck you are.
Right, exactly. Fuck it.
I learned early on if they say that type of shit, just giggle, and I always did.
They're just
I
dumb.
never had a beef with it. One time I had a beef with it, and I was just mad anyway, so he just gave me an excuse. What's up, Lee? Look at you. You're back in coma fucking.
Hell yeah.
Mama waiting for you tonight?
Yep.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, she's there.
What you making over there? What's she making
cooking?
for dinner?
I don't know what's for dinner. I'll
She's
find out.
surprising you?
Yeah, I guess.
What do you think? What do you think it is? What do you bank on?
Probably like a sandwich. I don't know, like a turkey sandwich.
You think
Oh, yeah?
That's what she's making you for dinner?
I don't know.
You know what I made
A
my kids for
fucking
lunch?
turkey sandwich?
I don't know. It's gonna be like 11 o'clock at night.
So
You know,
who gives
Lee,
a
you
fuck?
gotta come to my house for a turkey sandwich. I get Jewish rye, all right, and I put a little Russian dressing on there. I know I hate the Russians, so it's ironic that I like the dressing. All right, and then good ass turkey right there. A little sauerkraut, make a Reuben right there.
I've never
pan
tried
fried and
sauerkraut.
cheese. What? You'd love it,
You've
Lee.
never had
You'd love it.
sauerkraut in
No.
your
You'd
whole life.
love it.
Man,
Man, you are the shittiest Jew of all time.
All
You know
time,
that?
all
the time.
All time.
Yeah.
He's so removed from the rules of
Yeah.
I love
being
how
a
your
Jew
guideline for it
and
is
the
what food
rules
I've eaten.
Right.
and the rules of being from Boston. He fell
Did
right
you even
out.
get bar mitzvah?
Yeah.
Okay.
My portion was Noah.
Your what name is Noah?
No, you have a portion. Like every week it's a different story, and my story was Noah.
Your story's
Yeah,
Noah.
he read part of the scroll.
What
Yeah.
was Noah? He fell in love with a Mexican chick. and
No, he's the one that had
did a
the arc.
podcast.
Yeah, man. Noah put all the animals in 2x2.
But here it is, plain and simple. The Quaaludes I got from her were the best things I ever ate in my life. And the word on the street, listen, everybody lies about drugs. It's like the doctors, okay? Doc Ralphie, how's your knee? Fine, Coco. I didn't know if I'd tell you. I got the best surgeon. Everybody got the best surgeon. This guy worked on Charles Bronson. This guy did the front lines. This guy operated Jesus when he came back. Everybody's got the best fucking surgeon. Everybody's got the best dentist. I asked Jim Kellum, the wig. Jim, you know any dentists? He sent me to a dentist that it cost you $300 just to walk into the office in Beverly Hills because he does the chicken mile.
I've got my dentist is in Nashville, and he's helped a bunch of comedians and brothers of mine go in there and get their dental work. And Hey, he is fucking the best. He's a black dentist. We call him the unicorn because I ain't never fucking met a black dentist before him. But he's a bad motherfucker. Every chick in there is a fucking dime. All right. His wife looks like Michelle Obama. All right. I mean, she fine too. All right. He drives old hot rods. He's a bad motherfucker. All right.
What's that got to do with Quaaludes, Cox?
Hey, I'll hook you up. You said about dentist. I actually got a guy. When you go to Tennessee,
but no, my point is, everybody always
You won't
says.
go to Hollywood for a dentist. You know you go to Tennessee for a dentist.
I'm scared. I go down the corner from my house. The little Iranian guy,
good for
the
you.
Arabian guy. That motherfucker beats insurance every time. This guy comes to me and he goes, "I could get you this." Next, I see him next time. He goes, "Listen, I got you a fucking rebate. Don't worry about the fucking 200." That's what they do. They work the system.
Yeah, right.
The way
Good.
you're supposed to.
Yeah.
But so this girl for years kept telling me, these things are pharmaceutical. I would go to her, I would meet her like at 7 o'clock on Friday and get it. And everybody else wanted 4. In the mid 80s, in 81 and 82, this bitch wanted 6. But I mean, they came in a wrapper, Jack, like sealed. And she'd tell you they were pharmaceuticals. And those things, if you look in my eyes, I have veins that busted. They're from those things.
Wow.
I know for a fact. I remember that. The first time I ate one of her pills, I still remember uniquely that night. I stayed on 46th Street Hill, and it was the dead of the winter. And in those days, we barely had, we'd buy a nickel bag of weed, we'd buy a bottle of Poopov vodka or Wolfschmidt silver.
Oh,
Ain't
that's
nothing wrong with
Okay.
poop off. I've gotten fucked up on that.
We'd get a mixer, Gatorade or orange juice. And in those days, we didn't have enough for blow. So the kid I hung out with, his brother was a slinger. So we'd stay at his house. Our goal was to stay up till 2:30, because when Carlos would come home, he'd give us each a little line. We were 15. Didi was maybe 13.
Wow.
And Carlos would give us a little line and go, "Get the fuck out of my room. I got a girl coming over." And that was it. We'd do a Quaalude. But one Friday in particular, me and this kid ate one of those pills and went back to his house, and we put on Led Zeppelin 3, particularly Gallows Pole. We listened to Gallows Pole 1,000 fucking times. Put on Gallows Pole, Lee.
Such a strong song.
Gallows pole.
Led Zeppelin 3. We put that song on, Ralphie, 1,000 times, and we sat in his brother's room with the lights dim, and we just drank, smoked dope, and listened to this fucking song over and over and over. I remember the brother coming, giving me a line of coke. In those days, my mother had just died. I was living with the Benders. And I'd walk over to the Benders fucking jazzed up at 4 in the morning. What are they going to say to me? They weren't my parents. I was just living there. All night I listened to this song. Quaaluded up. The next morning I woke up, I had fucking, my eyes were bloodshot, and there's veins that stayed purple. Like they just stay like that. And that was the end of, that's the story of the fucking vein in my eye. Shit. At this time tomorrow, in 12 hours, I'll be fainting.
Oh, really?
I got a physical and a finger up the ass tomorrow, the chest x-ray,
Whoa.
and everything. I got to clean my ears.
What's going to make you faint? The finger?
The blood.
Oh.
But I'm charging the iPod right now. The last couple times, let me see. For the heart thing, I went into complications. I always go into whatever, I have complications. They stuck when they stuck this in for the fucking thing with my heart, the ink, I got a little, they didn't know what was going on. Then I just breathed through my nose and I'm fine. When I did it for the camera in my asshole, when they put the intravenous in, that time they had to turn the air conditioning on. I was sweating fucking profusely in there. Tomorrow, if they put me in a room with no windows, I have a hard time. But if they put me in the room with window, if I could see light, what I do is I go in there first and I set up the fucking cot how I like it, where I like the pillow. I swear to God, I run that fucking Bob Hope Medical Center. Dr. Waxler's my fucking main man. So he's not even in the room yet. When he comes, he goes, "What do you want to do first?" They throw a sheet on you. You got to take your underwear off tomorrow. It's a fucking nightmare tomorrow, Lee. And he'll look at my ears. He'll look at my nose. I got to trim my nose hairs today. He'll look under my armpits. He'll feel me for fucking lumps, whatever the fuck he does. He'll make me show him my dick. And he'll fucking grab my balls and make me cough. And then he's talking to me. And he'll go, let me check your lungs with the breathe for me. And while he's breathing, he'll go, all right, bend over. And while he's making me breathe, he'll go take a deep breath. And all of a sudden I'll feel a cold finger with lube going into my ass. And you could hear him fishing in there, like looking for a watch. And all of a sudden he's like, you okay? And after that, there's not much you could say.
Yeah, right.
Are you okay? It's going to be a fucking minute. Am I okay? You just fucking destroyed my hopes at 9:15 in the fucking morning. Now I got to go down the hill and let this bitch take blood out of me, which is now even more mortifying. Now I got to breathe and sit down, but who's going to sit down? I just had a finger up my ass. I can't even fucking sit down. It's so embarrassing. So now they take me into another fucking room after that. So I did 2 tests, right? So now they take blood out. So now what I do is I go in there first. They usually want to put me in the dungeon next to chest x-rays, but there's no windows in there. And it's one of those school fucking chairs. Last time I did that was in prison. I didn't like it. I go in the back and there's a fucking cot and I fucking fix it the right way. There's a little bit light and shit. There's a sink in there. It's an examination room, but it's right adjacent to it. And I get on that motherfucker correctly and I put my iPod on, dog, and I don't hear nothing. And I leave my arm out and I just look the other way. And I just leave it there, and then she comes in and I'll tell her, listen, use the kid needle on me and spray the liquor cocaine on my arm. And she'll say, no problem. And then she'll come over and she'll go, you're going to be fine. And I'll just start breathing out of my nose and I'll put Santana, Oye Como Va. And I just
That's
keep,
a jam, man.
That's it. And she'll lift up my arm. And dog, if she does the tape and I'm okay, I got to get up slow. I'll stop and get a can of Diet Coke to give me a little pep to my step after that, because the Coke is too sweet. That'll fucking give me diabetes right off the chart. And then I walk down